In this session 5, we're going to be talking about connecting to your core to enable embodiment of self-compassion, connecting to your roots, which is the first step in actually connecting to your core through your mother. What is self-compassion? Where does it come from? It is a learned pattern of behavior. In this series, I would like to look at the relationship between the mother and child and the connection to self-compassion through the mother, the one who ultimately brings you into the world and consciously and unconsciously teaches you about compassion. So often I've had people come into my groups with challenges in their lives, whether it be difficult in relationships or with reaching their highest potential or just generally connecting to themselves. I sometimes find that these people holding too much for the other, and the pattern I often see is they're expressing a disdain towards their mothers. Often I'm witness to women resisting the part of them that is connected to their mother as a result of difficult relationships with their mothers. So they often express a need to be different, resulting in this resistance. And this is probably the most important connection. My famous saying is, what you resist will persist. So how can you not be like your mother? You are your mother. Everything about her is embodied in you. She gave you life. Where do you think your life came from? Through your mother and father, and of course God. She held you for 9 months, nurtured you to the best of her ability, and this connection then becomes ultimately the one that leads you to your greatness and the capacity to hold compassion. When we reject our mothers, we're rejecting a part of ourselves. Our mothers did not have the tools we have today at their disposal. They very possibly did not experience compassion from their mothers. So how will they know what it is if they have not experienced or embodied it? What we have learned through their behavior is not the only thing and part of them that is true. They have a soul that is pure, just like yours. And through their life experiences, the ego starts to take over. It is the notion that we need to be giving towards others first, and then if we have space, we can give to ourselves. So we reserve all that energy and compassion for other people because that is what we have been shown and taught by our elders. We show compassion for the other first and ignore our own needs. We begin to resent ourselves and others as we do our mothers. This movement often becomes a disturbance in all relationships. It makes absolute sense that compassion needs to start with the self. The old famous saying is, if you cannot learn to love yourself, how will you be able to love others? And this is my story. After my father passed, I was only 12. My mother pretty much had a lot to take care of, and she naturally fell apart. I had my younger sister, not much younger than I, naturally started to take care of her over the years. I was actually, in a way, taking care of my mom as well. I began to resent her as my childhood, in particular, teenage years, were difficult. I grew up overnight and took a lot of responsibility. I never saw my mother there as support. I was arrogant. At one of the first trainings in Germany, we were given a beautiful meditation based on awareness of our resources. We were asked to imagine our parents behind us as support. When I came out of the meditation, I was asked about my experience. I said, I did not see my mother as support at all. Well, the lecturer shouted at me and said, absolutely she is. She's your mother, the best and only mother for you. I was gobsmacked. It was another event that completely freed me. I went home, I looked at my mother, I put my arms around her, and I said, thank you. Thank you for whatever you did. You were the best mother and the only mother for me. And now that I have my own children, I'm completely aware of this. So here is a beautiful exercise. Imagine you're standing in front of your mother, looking into her eyes. Close your eyes and look again into your mother's eyes. See her as she is in her wholeness. Standing behind her is her mother and all the grandmothers. Take your hand and place it onto your heart, and then place your other hand onto her heart. And just feel that energy of love flowing through from you to your mother to you, and all those behind her. And just experience those feelings of love that comes through your ancestry. And then the honoring that you're giving her. Honoring her for the life that she's given you. And then turn around and lean back and imagine your children in front of you. And feel the compassion now coming through all the mothers, all the generations. And put your hand on the shoulder of your children. And in this movement, you imagine yourself doing the same, giving them the love and compassion that they deserve. And at the same time, a great sense of belonging to all the mothers with love.